Basically, when we help people, what we're doing, what we're supposed to be doing, is we're supposed to be finding the thing the person doesn't want to do. And that's the thing we tell them to do. Because that's what the thing that's going to kill them. All the other things that they're doing already that they like, those things won't work if they don't do this other thing that they don't want to do, which is the linchpin always. And it's different for everybody. Some people are so excited about buying a kit. That's what they want to do. They want to, yes, I'll buy a kit, no problem. Then will it work? And they just want to know, okay, well, and then it will work, right? And I'll be okay, you know? And then you have to tell them, no, when you buy a kit, you're going to be in just as much trouble as you are now.
Right.
And okay. We're going to make a movie about showing people how to cure things. Helping people cure things. Okay?
Okay. Yes.
So I want to ask you, first of all, when we started this, you were like putting in all these distractions, and I want you to test, was this one of your symptoms?
Yes.
Now, what is it a symptom of? Do you have any hit? Are you onto yourself in any way where you can say, oh, I see what I was doing, you know?
Well, I think it's where when I think I can't be in the present with you and have it be sufficient, that this is really then I think I have to control the environment or do something before you, and I connect this way.
And I liked I liked very much the way you were when we started, and I was happy with being with you. I just want you to know that over on this end, like that stuff is not going on. That's not real, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess that's sort of like a picture. And then I'm in this whole space, which is I have this idea about my infrastructure or my surroundings that if I don't have control of them, I feel like I'm not being like responsible in my relationship with you and your people that were looking at this movie.
Okay, so I want you to test, have I removed that about yourself? Just ask if you...
I did. Yes, I did, and it's related to what we did the other night, too.
Okay. What did we do the other night? Because they don't know.
We removed the tendency to want people's approval. Again, or we, did it from bodies and with specific people. I did it with Nancy. I did it with some others when I was doing Nancy.
So you've taken that out now again.
Well, yeah, the symptom that we were just talking about was sort of like a symptom of that, a residual of that.
Okay, so now test, am I free of that? Am I completely free of that? Ask that about yourself.
Am I free of that? Am I free of that? Yeah, I'm free of it.
Do you feel different now than you did 5 minutes ago?
Well, I feel different because I'm in a real relationship with another human being, where before it was this idea of you. Something about seeing a picture of someone.
So
Yeah.
So you came into relation. That's the change. You came into relationship.
Relationship. Because you're the first human being that I've talked to face since I woke up, which is about 3:30 in the morning or 4 o'clock.
so
I did talk to my dog and cat.
So now test. Did I cure something?
Thank you. Yes, I did.
So you can report a cure in the Cure Drive poll.
Okay. Thank you for...
Or maybe you should test how many cures, how many things have I cured since the last time I reported cures in the poll? Test that.
300 or 400 or 500.
I mean, it's probably been a year, right?
Yeah. 300 to 500 a year at least.
Okay. So you better get on there and report those 500 cures or whatever it is. I'm just really kind of playing with you here, but no. Okay, I want you to be somebody calling and asking for help. You know,
Okay.
somebody who read your Facebook, page, or one of your Facebook friends, who, is calling and asking for your help.
Okay. Hi. I don't think you know me that great, but I know you on Facebook. I'm Joan, and I've been I wanted to talk. I've seen that stuff that you put up there, and I'm interested in getting some help. Maybe.
Well, I'd be happy to help you. What is it you want to cure?
I tend to seem to have a viral problem, and
What sort of viral problem?
well, I'm just tired a lot. Seem to get infections a lot. Get cold and flus a lot.
Have you ever been diagnosed with the Epstein-Barr virus?
I don't think I've ever really been tested for it. No. I mean, I never asked for that test as an adult.
Or with any viral kind of problem?
I don't remember actually. I mean, I've had antibiotics and so forth, but I have never been told which that I had.
Okay, the first thing you need to do is go to the doctor, because I don't want to I want you to know what's wrong. The doctor won't be able to cure it, but they might be able to tell you what's wrong. And I want you to know what's wrong.
Okay.
Because you're going to appreciate this a lot more if you know what's wrong and you know the doctor can't cure it. It's that simple. You understand what I'm saying? Am I making any sense to you?
Yes. I mean, how thorough do you want me to get with my doctor? Like, you want me to...
I want you to be tested for what you think you have, and go complain about these symptoms to an MD and find out firsthand what they can do and what they can't. And then
a blood test, you're saying?
Anything they give you, and then call me back, because I will show you how to cure it. I can help you cure it, but first you have to understand what it is. I just have a feeling that you don't understand yourself very well. Oh. Cut. What was it like to be that person?
They felt kind of like just empty, and just, they were willing, they didn't really enjoy what they were being told, except they were like, okay, bring it on, I know I have to do it.
See, the thing about helping people is that from the very first moment that you meet people, when you're helping them, you have to tell them things they don't want to hear. And I think that you have trouble doing that with people, do you?
I have had trouble. I mean, I can feel as being that person how sad, I guess I've connected too much and gotten hooked into people's sadness in a particular way that might not have been the best for the good of all. I had a lot of sadness, beautiful sadness, and when people are in that state, I think there's sadness in there that I kind of pick up and maybe remove myself and kept myself.
Okay, here's the thing. What you do, this work, is that people are supposed to pay you. They're supposed to donate their money to you, to your work, to get your help, and also simply because what you do for people is worthwhile. It's worth donating to. And obviously, some people are not able to donate, and they simply haven't got the resources. And then you have to help them as much best you can without donating, and charge the other people. You simply have to ask for larger donations from the people who can donate. Are you with me?
Yes. It just always leaves the issue of all these other people who can donate and the management of them. You know, I mean, part of me working with you is reminding myself, you know, like taking it out at even another level for my own donors, and then finding a basket or some kind of program to keep all the other people and myself nourished. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Well, see, here's the thing, is that they're giving you their money so that they can do all the work. You're supposed to be doing no work.
Okay, well that's just the part I'd like official, because I have...
You're not supposed to be doing anything. Like, that's why you sent this person to the doctor, because you could already see that here's somebody who has some nebulous ideas about themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they want you to fix them.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, you're not supposed to want to fix them.
Uh-huh.
You're supposed to support them in fixing themselves. See, this is about them taking their power back. You with me?
Them, the person who comes for help.
Yeah, it's about them getting their power.
And their power, okay.
So they're supposed to be powerful, and donating their money to this work is powerful. That is an expression of their power. And also, curing themselves is an expression of their power.
Okay, I mean, I'm a little confused. I feel like the people, when you talk about my donors, I think about the Nancy Kenny types, okay? And then when you talk, and she falls into another category of an immune too. But when you're talking about they, I think you're talking about the people on the street, the people that, that write in like, gee, I can't get a signal, like those kind of people. Like the ones like, hey, help me. And they donate.
We should play another role.
Okay.
Okay? Because this is about showing people how to cure things. That's what we're talking about here. How do you show people how to cure things?
Okay.
And what I notice is that, like Nell called me, there was a person who had cancer that she was working with, and this woman just decided that she didn't want Nell's help anymore. And Nell was crying. She was on the phone with me crying. She knew this woman was going to die, and the woman died. The woman decided that she was going to try medical treatment instead of Nell. And she had set up this I don't know, sort of a competition between medical treatment and IMMUNICS.
Huh.
The woman felt like she could do one or the other, but not both. So she decided to reject Nell's help and do medical treatment. This was not something Nell told her, go ahead and do the medical treatment, and she would still help her, but the woman didn't want to do anything with Nell. And then she died. A couple months later, she died. But I remember Nell was on the phone with me, and she was crying because she knew this woman was going to die.
Huh.
And she's not supposed to be crying. The woman is supposed to be crying. You understand?
Yeah, I was going to say that. But,
yeah, the person who's...
I mean, she didn't have more coaching or wasn't able to do a three-way or something with someone.
Yeah, Nell does 5 times the amount of work as the person does. And Nell is not supposed to be doing any work at all.
Uh-huh.
What Nell is supposed to be doing is putting, just communicating with people on Facebook, telling them it's possible to do it, and then encouraging. Let's play another role. Why don't you be somebody who gets in touch with you because they have breast cancer?
Okay. Hi, Barb. I'm Ginger, and I am a breast cancer survivor so far, and I've heard about you through the net, and I'm interested in IMMUNICS.
Hi there. Hi there. Okay, well, thank you for calling me, and I really appreciate you for trusting me enough to, to do this with me.
I saw some of your movies and some things you did, and I actually know somebody who worked with you, so it came a little bit recommended, or I checked it out a little bit.
Right.
But you're welcome. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How much have you done so far?
How much have I done? I've whatever I can get a signal. I can
good.
Get the idea of removing things and stuff. So
you started. I assume you watched the movie on the homepage of CureDrive.org, right?
I watched that pretty much. Yeah, the introductory thing, and I watched a lot of the cancer ones.
Oh, all right. So you're actually and you got a kit, right? So you have a password to the web college.
Well, I don't think I really did that yet.
Okay, so you have to do that before we talk again, okay?
Oh no. Okay.
We can talk tonight. In a few minutes I'll send you off, and you can you can get yourself straightened out. When you get your kit, you're supposed to print out both books and start reading them, okay?
Geez, I don't even have a printer. Okay.
Well, you'll have to get around it somehow, because you're supposed to have printouts of the books.
So I buy a kit, and then I get a password, and then the password gets me to download these books?
Yes. So you download both books, and you also print.
Well, that'll keep me alive for a couple months at least. Okay, so now I'll read both books and call you back? Is that what you want? I feel better already. Thank you.
Yes. Is there a problem?
No, I'm just realizing that, seriously, I just got something from all those demands you were making on me, because actually right at this point I feel a little overwhelmed in my life, and the last thing I wanted to do was buy another thing or have to listen or read another thing. That's kind of why I was calling you. But,
well, I should mention to you that coaching is $5,400.
$5,400, huh? And what do I get for that?
Actually, nothing. See, I like you were laughing, so I decided to keep going with that. No, but really, see, you're going to do all the work.
Okay. But you'll tell me what work to do. Is that what I get for $5,400?
Well, just like I was telling you now, that before we talk again, you have to buy a kit. Now, let's assume that you may not get coaching, okay?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
I'd sooner get coaching than I would get a kit at this point. I don't think you really know my life. Right now, I'd rather pay $5,100 and have you do it with me. Okay, you don't have to do it for me. But then me have to buy a bunch of stuff and listen to it and read it.
Okay, well let me just.
Personal trainer.
This is your wake-up call then, because that's not going to happen.
Okay.
And the reason it isn't going to happen is because it can't. If it could, I would do it. I'd be happy to do it for you, because I don't want you to die of this. Mm-hmm. But that can't happen. You're going to have to buy a whole bunch of stuff. You're going to have to print out a whole bunch of stuff. You're going to have to set a whole bunch of bookmarks. You're going to have to do a lot of emailing and talk to a whole lot of other people besides me. All of this while you're being coached. That's going to be part of the coaching. That's what you're going to be told when you're being coached. Like, one of the things I'll probably do is introduce you to people who can help you. Other people. And so let me just get back to what I said a minute ago, because this is what you need to do in the next few hours, okay? Whether you ever get coached or not, that we don't have to decide about whether you're going to be coached or not. But you're definitely going to need to get your kit and print out both books. And before you interrupted me, I was going to tell you that you also are going to need to print out all the things on the hub where it says print out. So you'll see that when you get your kit, you'll be on the hub of the website, and then you'll see what to print out.
Okay.
And I am willing to help you without coaching you. I mean, I'll talk to you. I'll give you some pointers. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I want to compensate you, and you've already helped me a little, so.
Yeah, I know. Listen, I know it's very hard for you. I understand why you're angry. You are obviously an angry person, you know, because you have had this horrible affliction laid upon you. You know, people who have cancer get angry at God. They get angry at, you know, their family, because a lot of people in their family had cancer and they inherited it from them. They think that's what happened anyway, and so on. And I do understand. I just want you to know that I do understand. Okay, but it's not going to change anything. And see, another thing that you have to think about is, are you capable of being coached?
Am I capable of being coached? Yeah, well, whatever. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, that's a good question.
I mean, you would have to...
I react and respond to things, but you're right, I don't know, coaching, maybe not. I've never done it before, really. Not even with a personal trainer.
Well, you know...
I've taught my piano lessons, so...
You know...
I've been rejected by a lot of teachers, let's say, so...
Athletes get angry at their coaches, and you know they go through all kinds of things with their coaches. It's really, and coaching can be very difficult. It can be very difficult to be coached. Which, you know, but what I'll try to do is give you some pointers. You're not in a life-threatening situation right now.
No, not really. I mean, it's kind of stable.
So what you're trying to do is you're trying to cure enough of it so that it's, you know, you'll never get back into a life-threatening situation.
I'd like to keep my breasts, frankly. It's partially vanity. I'd like to, you know, and not to have another surgery.
Well, you know, one thing that I want to just say is that probably the thing for you to do, like, get your kit, come to...
Get my kit. How much does a kit cost?
You don't need me to tell you that. Whatever it costs, you have to pay it.
Send me a link. Okay.
But listen, you should be listening right here, okay?
Yep.
You should be listening really closely, because this is the free part. You know, this is the nobody's paying me anything to do this with you.
Okay.
So, you know, I mean, you just have a friend here telling you how to help yourself. You know. You should come to our prayer meeting every week, which is on Monday night. And also, after you get your kit and you start curing things in the web college, you should call up the people who run the assisting program and become an assistant. Because assisting helps you stay in touch throughout the day with helping yourself. So if you're not in a life-threatening situation, you can do these things. I mean, they're not saying they're going to... I mean, you don't have active tumors in your breasts now, am I right?
I have what they're saying are the precursors to... I have a cyst and a tumor.
Okay, so you're... well, you just need to get right on this and start doing it, you know. And as far as coaching goes, we can talk about that some other time. But I just want you to know that there is such a thing as coaching, and it's $5,400. And also, right now, what you need to do is really just start doing the work and immerse yourself in it. But this is something you do. It is not something that a coach does for you. And you were saying with me, but that isn't how it works. What a coach does not sit there and do it with you. A coach tells you what to do, and then you go do it.
Yeah, well, I mean, actually, what I'm seeing now is I actually just want to have one. I'd like to do this with you rather than. I mean, I realize I don't really need to go back to my doctor. I'd rather not go back to my doctor. I mean, would that be all right with you? I'd rather just not go to my doctor and get the kit and start working.
No, you need to keep getting tested to understand if what we're doing is working.
Oh.
So you have to do everything. This is very hard. I mean, this is going to take all your time and your whole life. That's what it's going to be. Because you're talking about curing an incurable and potentially lethal disease. Now, if you were calling me and telling me you were like getting angry inappropriately at your husband or something, and you just wanted some, you just wanted to cure some emotional problems, I wouldn't be saying that, it's not going to be as hard, it'd be more of a day-to-day thing. But if you're trying to cure cancer, they've spent trillions of dollars trying to develop a cure for cancer, and they never developed one. So that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to do something that the best brains of our world have spent the last 2,000 years trying to do. Hippocrates was trying to cure cancer, and they have not succeeded in finding a cure for cancer. And you want to cure it in the next 6 weeks, right? So you're going to have to work very hard. Am I making any? Am I having an impact on you here?
You're having an impact, yes.
Good.
Impact.
I'm really happy to hear that. Because I wouldn't want all this anger to come, bubbling to the surface when we're trying to work together. I'd rather like us confront this right at the beginning of our relationship. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I mean, the anger is the disease too. So.
Yeah, I know you're not angry at me. I know I'm not taking any of this personally. I'm not taking it personally.
I understand. I am just saying that is something I would like to see gone. It's just as real as the tumors are to me. Not
it's
more.
Part of the disease, just like what you just said, and it will go as the disease goes. And tell me something.
Okay. Yeah.
When you have gotten a signal, have you felt calmer and more relaxed?
Sure. Yes. I mean, like I am now. I'm a little bit more relaxed and calm.
Yeah, I notice as we've been talking and you've been sort of facing up to the truth that it comes and goes, doesn't it?
Right. Yeah, that's a good way to describe it.
Yeah. And then it like bubbles up. But I want you to test and see if you get a signal. Have I cured something? Just test that.
Cured something. Well, something's gone. Is that what you count as a cure? What if it's gone and comes back in a minute or something?
Well, it doesn't come back. That's a new one.
Cure it again.
No, the thing that comes back is actually a new one.
Oh my God.
The one that's gone.
Okay.
You're just full of them.
Fun?
You got a lot of them in there. There's just a lot of them in there. Test. Have I cured something? See if you get a.
Yes, I cured something.
Yeah. Okay, so this was a good meeting. We cured something, and also you got your orientation. Now you understand what you're supposed to do. So when you started doing all this, then call me back. Hopefully tonight, you'll get right on this, and you'll call me back, and you'll have everything in place, and then we can go on. I will help you. You don't have to feel like you have to pay me for everything. I do help people.
Okay. All right. Thank you for saying that. I have had a little negative past experiences in that, so it's the first thing that comes up for me. So, but thank you for.
I like helping people.
I see that. You're good at it. You've helped me, and I appreciate it.
All right, cut. Okay, what was it like to be Ginger?
Ginger. I had some lemon ginger echinacea tea. Here's the suspects.
How'd you like being Ginger, Barb?
Good thing I didn't say echinacea. She felt stronger and stronger as the conversation went, and she is definitely angry, and she I had like a streak and pain of anger that she's just very frustrated and not sure if anything would work, and so just kind of fishing around because that's what she does, and she would have gone to the next person had you not been so stalwart in reminding her that it wasn't about anything else but her. Unfortunately, it's like like no one could really help her, including you, but you could help her. But that, no thing so that helping herself wouldn't be so hard, and that you'd be your friend. She felt alright about that by the end. She saw all that.
See, this stuff is very paradoxical, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. She just was livid about the idea of having to buy something and get something and unpack something and, you know, all that stuff. And that's how sensitive, the cellophane and the packing materials, and oh my God.
So this is what, basically, when we help people, what we're doing, what we're supposed to be doing, is we're supposed to be finding the thing the person doesn't want to do. And that's the thing we tell them to do. Because that's what the thing that's going to kill them. All the other things that they're doing already that they like, those things won't work if they don't do this other thing that they don't want to do, which is the linchpin always. And it's different for everybody. Some people are so excited about buying a kit. That's what they want to do. They want to, yes, I'll buy a kit, no problem. Then will it work? And they just want to know, okay, well, and then it will work, right? And I'll be okay, you know? And then you have to tell them, no, when you buy a kit, you're going to be in just as much trouble as you are now.
Right.
And plus, when you don't buy a kit, you donate for it, and it's a donation, and you really don't get anything for it. Because donations, you don't get anything for. They're things, you're giving away your money. People need to remember that when they buy something from us, they're giving their money away. Because they're big enough and powerful enough to do that. And see, this is what it is for people to take their power back. They have to get their power. Because without their power, the cancer is going to overrun their defenses and kill them.
Right.
They have to be powerful.
Right, they haven't built their power for a while. Right.
And that means you have to tell them how helpless you are and how much you need their help. You need their time and their money, and they have to give something to you. They're supposed to give you something. They're supposed to give you something that they don't owe you. They don't owe you anything, but they're supposed to give you something. And so they get to be powerful then. You know, you could just see Jake, okay, in the meeting the other night, like this brand new, as he said, he's been doing this like a week. And he's already showing people how to do it. And he feels powerful. He was great. He is a guy who's feeling his power. He's probably going to cure something. He might even cure an incurable viral-based disease, maybe. That's what it looks like, you know?
Yeah. Wow.
And you know, if you notice, like I didn't tell Jake to help people cure things. He figured that out all by himself. He just wants to be powerful. He wants to be somebody. People want their power. Underneath all that stuff they say to you, they really want to be powerful. So food for thought, right, Barb?
Truly. So I could hold a little sign on the street. Thoughts for food.
Got it. You know what I love about you, Barb? You're a genius. That is what I love about you. You are a genius, literally. It's why I've been like your buddy for like 25, going on 30 years. We know each other because great minds think alike.
Oh my God. 145th dimension.
All right. Area code 813-672-3419.